Howdy, folks. This is the Midwest North American. We got women's school play game. Grey Ducks in white versus Lake Keep in green. I believe this is only Lake Keep and Grey Ducks' second game. The Bees are also playing Parkway over on the other rink. But this is the easier one to stream from, so here I am. Lake Keep wins the faceoff. Meg plays to Megan. Looking for options here. Hits Kay, who will put it into the Grey Ducks zone. Lynn will control, put it to the corner for Jackie Stark to pick up. Facing pressure from, I think that's Carly. Jackie hits Jen Revels, who goes back to Jackie. And she will walk the ball up with some forechecking there. Pass off to Jen, who will hit Shelly, who is back this weekend after taking some time off. She just had a baby, I think, 9 weeks ago, so fun to see her out here playing. We love it. Put the ball deep for a change. Meg rips that up boards. Will hit Kay Poe, who comes back to lend a hand, goes back to Meg. Meg's got rhythm. Kay intercepted there by Jen Revels, but she gets it across. Jamie Pleschenow breaking into the zone. Good pickoff there. Jen Revels with the ball now. Tries to hit it up the middle, but Jamie is in the way. She'll walk. Poke off there. Nice work. I believe that's Lindsay. Ooh. Tried to put it up front. Jen tipped it just wide. Could have been a spicy little tip. Kay-Po puts that down low. Kick back to Kay-Po. Who's going to just push through down behind the net. Excuse me. Looking for options. She'll go to rip toward the middle, but nobody was home to get that pass. Melissa Elke in a foot race with, I'm not sure who that is on Lake Keep. Pass upwards to Sarah Cheney, subbing with Lake Keep this weekend. Puts it back down. Melissa Elke settles with her foot. Some aggressive forechecking there. Puts the ball into open space. There's some confusion there, and the ball bobbles down low. Lindsay will walk that back behind. Looking for options here. Nice little board block from Lake Keep. Though lots of pressure. Someone's got to come down and help her. She'll bank up boards. Darla will catch that. Getting pressure from behind, and then Sarah Cheney pinching on the boards in front, but the ball squeaks through. Joan Bennett gets that past Smalls. It'll exit the Lake Keep zone. Cheney to Parisian. Goes into the middle, but blocked off by Lindsay. Back to Parisian. She makes a second attempt to get that in the zone, and she does. Darla will chase that down with some light pressure from Smalls. Darla with a kick pass back around to Lindsay. Blown tire there. And a lost stick from Elke that I didn't even realize she dropped, but she's got it back. Lindsay's walking. She'll hit Darla on the board. Puts the ball back down again. Lindsay will grab that. She's looking around. This is a really good forecheck from Lake Keep here, not giving them a lot of options. Forces that pass around. Darla's got the ball again. Emily Stein coming to give her some business. Cut off that pass behind the net. I think they were sick of that happening. Darla tries to go up boards, gets it around Smalls, but Megan Geller will put that back in. Stein has Megan out front. Melissa came in and poked that right off her stick. Erin passes that back to Elke behind the net. Looking around, assessing her options here. She'll hit Darla upwards. Darla turning, facing some good back check or forecheck there from Marie Bonin. Ball gets redirected to the middle where Stein hit, I believe her name is April, who goes back to Megan, who will put the ball down low, looking for a change. Elke gets there first before Stein. She'll carry behind a little bit, tries to hit Lindsay, but I don't know that was communicated quite well. Elke with pressure here from Marie and Stein. She'll flip the ball up, hit Beth Lipton on the boards, pass back to Elke. Has open room here, just trying to clear the ball. 21 from Lake Keep will grab that, I believe, as a sub for them this weekend. She puts the ball down low. Lynn Whalen grabs that behind the net. Feint off the boards, but number 5, I don't know who she is either, grabbed that. Ellie subbing with the Ducks, gets the ball. Little spin move, flip up, tries to get out of the zone and hit Gabby, but Lake Keep defender got there first. Kay with the ball now. Tries to go toward the net, but Lindsay blocks with her stick. Beth picks that up and manages to get it down to Lindsay before a bump out of the way from Kay. Elke tries to help tip that out. Doesn't quite work. Oh. Carly had a lot of real estate out front. She almost got it again there on a pass from Kay, but Ellie with a good back check, and Lynn Whalen will pick that up, and we'll have a whistle and a face-off here in the Ducks zone. Really good spring and offensive pressure there from Lakeith. We have 10:18 left in the first half, 0-0 game. Anyone just joining, this is women's duck play, or full play, duck play. Full play, we got Grey Ducks versus Lakeith. Trying to make sure I hit all my factoids, and I'm talking over myself. Jamie wins that for Lakeith, but Ellen Russell will pick that up. It's her D partner Danny around the back of the net. She'll bank upwards. Good pass back for Danny to break out of the zone. Ducks were struggling to break out for a little bit there. Looks like they finally found a piece of the puzzle to get them out there. Shot went past the net from Danny. Jen Rebels picks that up. Number 5 with the shot on net. Kim will direct that back behind. Meg Ogdahl will get there first. Light pressure from Sue Smith doesn't quite pan out. Jamie looking for Carly in the middle there. Didn't quite work, but good defense there from Ogdahl. Jamie gets the ball again. She'll flip up. Ellen will bottle bowl or settle that out of the air. Pass up on the line here. Over the line in the zone. Sue Smith gets the ball. She's got a little room to move if she can get to the net, but Meg Ogdahl banks her shot attempt out of the way. Erin Bodner attempted to make a shot on net there, blocked by Jamie, and she'll walk out of the zone. Could have had like a 3-on-4, I guess, but I think a good time to change there and get fresh legs for your zone entry here. Jamie to Geller, or Plesha to Geller, if you will. She'll walk, facing some pressure here from Darla. Forces Megan to put that off the boards. Cheney. Right? No, that was Jamie. Sorry, Jamie to Cheney to Jamie. Shot blocked by Erin. Got Capo here, putting the ball down low. Good pressure from Shelly. I think she didn't think she had it, but she did. Cheney with the ball on the boards, facing pressure here from Danny Gustafson. And Shelly in tandem, not giving them a ton of options, but the ball gets up to number 23 here, subbing for Lakeith. Good little spin move, bank off the boards to Cheney, who I think was going for Smalls, but hits Capo, and then her shot just banks right into Smalls. Lynn makes the save, and she will settle her own rebound, and then we'll have a whistle. Another face-off here in the Ducks zone with 8:16 left in the first half. Lynn's getting fired up down there. Looks like we got Gabby if I'm remembering right, April, and the face-off here. Lakeith wins that back. Parisian tried to hit Bonin, but glanced off her stick onto the board. She recovers, though. Hits Parisian again. Shot toward the net. Good break up there by Gabby. Shot again on Lynn, but she blocks that, and Lindsay is able to clear that out. Shelby racing to keep that zone. Sorry, I'm not holding my phone the best. Oh, good pressure from Beth Lipton. Will get it out of the Ducks zone. They've got some momentum here. And good time to set up your forecheck while we get fresh personnel out here. Tries to bank up boards. Marie stops that, and she will flip out of the zone. I think Lynn just letting that be icing. And then we will have a face-off down in the Lakeith zone. Both teams getting fresh legs out. I think right now where we stand, AB is in first with 5 points. Lakeith is in second with 3 points, and Ducks are in third and will play right now with 1 point from an OT loss to AB. So really, either team winning sets them up for success here to try to fight for a 1 or maybe not a 1 spot, but a 2 spot for sure. I guess Lakeith with the full win, yeah. Melissa will hold on to that after a foot race with Kay. Goes to hit Jen Rebels on the boards. Hits Ellen here in the middle, who has Sue up boards. She'll hit her. She'll gain zone. She's pretty close to offsides, but just manages to get in. Pass back to Rochelle. Rochelle across to Elke. She's got Jen here on the boards. She'll go there. Jen goes to the middle, hits Sue, but she couldn't quite hold on. Megan Geller trying to break that out. Shelly intercepts. Ball is out of the zone, though, so Ducks will have to get back on sides. Faces some pressure there from Capo on the change. Elke hits Shelly. Shelly gains zone here. Aaron Bodner picks that up. Good hard pinch there from the Keep defender. Shelly with the ball now. Tries to flip across to Darla, but that's intercepted, and the Keep will clear, forcing Gustafson to chase the ball down. No icing. She was well over the blue line. Gustafson now with the ball, carrying. Flip up and over to Darla, who will put the ball into open space. It does get into the Keep zone, though. Parisian will bank that back up to Smalls, who will hit Capo, pass across. Ducks have, a good back check there to settle that. Could have pretty easily been a kind of scary 3-on-2 opportunity. Capo with the ball from the Keep, cutting across into the slot. She'll wind up, shoot, blocked by Shelly. Capo recovers. I think she's going to want to probably make another go at it. Oh, yeah. Couldn't quite get to the net. Gustafson blocks that up, shoves it to the corner. Capo tries to drive out front again. Again knocked aside by Gustafson. She'll glance up boards, take another shot on net, blocked by Shelly, and then swiped aside by Darla's hand. Smalls with the ball back behind, getting pressure from the Ducks. Darla gets that back, diving past to Gustafson. Good aggressive play there from Lake Keep. They're getting some good opportunities on net. They just can't seem to get past Lynn Whalen. Gustafson was waiting for a ducky to change, and gets it to Darla, who will give it right back again. Danny manages to dangle two Lake Keep players to carry up, hits Beth on the boards. We have a 2-on-1 here if they can hurry. Gotta shoot that guy right into Kim. Good save there, and the ball's still in play. She threw it over to Stein, pass back to Ogdahl here. She's got Parisian back behind. She'll go there. She'll walk. Good hard rip down ice to hit Smalls, but doesn't quite connect, and that'll be an icing. And we will reset down here in the Lake Keep zone. For anyone, I guess, wondering about how men's games are going, there aren't men's games right now, I believe. Kelly Lake beat Blizzard 4-0, and Medex and Legion went to overtime and won. I don't know if it was the first overtime or the second, but I believe that was a 1-0 score. So if you were checking in, looking for that, there's your details. I think some men's B action is happening for the next couple games after this, along with some more women's games. I think there's still quite a few women's games left to be played even after this one. Ellie with the ball down low, tries to hit, oh my gosh, hit Beth out front, Bob on net, but Kim blocked that out of the way. Beth back to Ellie. Those two have some really good on-ice chemistry. I'm assuming that's some Wicked Sisters vibes. They play so well together. Ball picked off by Cheney, but Gabby lends Beth an assist. We've got a bunch of Ducks down low, maybe too many Ducks down low, but Ellen will get the ball, walk up top. She has Jackie. If she'd like to go there, she does. Jackie tries to cross, but Kay blocks that out of the way, and Carly shoves that out of the Lake Keep zone. Russia with the ball. They've got to try to gain some reentry here. Russia will hit Elke. Hits Marty on the boards. She'll go toward the net or Conaway. Facing pressure here from Plesha. She'll put the ball down low for Ellie. Try to cut across for a give and go. Almost connected, but banked back to the corner. Ellie now looking behind the net. Tries to pass to Sue, but flubs it a little bit. Sue will get it, though. Give it right back to Ellie. To Sue. She's got Elke up top. Might be a little too late now. Tries to hit Ellie, but Carly was in the way. Carly was in the way. Rebels getting lots of pressure here from Carly. She'll bank toward the boards. Lynn will have to connect one more time, but Elke's got to fight off Cheney here. He's really giving her the business. Rebels picks that up. Jamie just blasted. Sorry, that was Jamie, not Sarah Cheney. I don't know how I'm mixing them up. Oh! Amazing tip from Carly. Sorry for screaming. Ball goes back behind. Good bank off the board by Shelly here, picked up by Revels. She'll walk. 2:04 left in the first half. Revels up for Parisian. Marie Boning, that's Capo fresh off the bench. Tries to hit Parisian, but doesn't quite connect, and the ball will leave the Ducks' zone. So like people have to reset here and give the Ducks a chance to maybe pick the ball off and get some offensive opportunities. Errant pass there, picked up by Shelly. Hits number 5, going down to the corner. She's got Shelly again. Hits Shelly. Got Bodner and Gustafson up top here on the point. Down to number 5. Poked off by Parisian, picked up by Capo, but picked off by the Ducks again. Picked off again by Capo. Flip up to Smalls, and we could have a 2-on-1 here if we don't get the Ducks back checking hard enough. Gustafson, I think, just trying her best to keep Smalls outside, but we've got Capo up top now, too. Pass doesn't quite connect, and Erin Bodner will carry that out. Hits Joan Bennett here on the boards with a pass. Jones assessing her options. She'll hit Gustafson up here on the point. I'm assuming we'll go across to Lindsay. She does. Lindsay looking. I wouldn't shoot that either. I'd go back to Gustafson. Might be too late now. Tries to shoot on net. Settled or bobbled a little bit out by Capo, and then Smalls give and go here. Pass across here to number 23. Will carry to the zone. Good hard back check here from Joan, though. Going to stop her from having too many options, but she'll hit Capo. Good back check from Gabby, knocks it out of the way. Now Joan goes back behind the net for Lindsay. 17 seconds left. Capo unattended in the slot, but pass doesn't quite work out. Darla intercepts. I think it's just going to eat it on the boards. We've got less than 10 seconds here in the first half. Yeah, Darla digging in. You're going to have a hard time getting that ball off a goalie. Nice work. That'll end it for the first half anyway. End of the first half, 0-0. Ducks and Lakeheap. Ducks also have their handy-dandy bench coach, Ty Houchin, fresh from his game on the other rink that went into OT. Teams will gather up, talk strat. I think Ducks just need to figure out how to beat this Lakeheap forecheck. It's clearly giving them some issues, and I mean, Capo is just on a heater. She's generated so much offense and so many shots out front. You really can't leave someone like her unattended like that. I feel like it's only a matter of time if the Ducks don't adjust their D strategy before they get one past Lynn. And I think for Lakeheap, it's just continuing to generate really solid offense. I think Kim is playing really well. She's had a couple of good shots on net, and she's managed to just swat them right away or just get big and eliminate further rebound, crashing the net opportunities. Anyone's game. I think Lakeheap right now has the upper hand in my mind, but so many teams rally at the half, and you can get out explosive enough, you're just going to crush it probably. So, yeah, it should be interesting. For anyone just joining again, this is Ducks. Sorry, the buzzer went off. I'm wearing a mic, but I don't know if it's blocking that out or not. Ducks versus Lakeheap, pool play, women's, Midwest North American here at Ed Saugestad Rink at Augsburg University. Your refs for today also, I did not call them out, Rodney and Gary Nygaard. Decent crowd. I believe right after this we have some men's B action, and then more women's will pick up, I think, the game right after that. And then I think it's just kind of like a hodgepodge of men's, women's, co-rec. Right, there's only one more co-rec set of games. There's two left tonight at the same time. Now that pool play is done for co-rec, they're the only division where pool play is done, which is funny because also co-rec just started today. So kind of a interesting schedule. I personally got here at 8 a.m. I did leave at one point. I don't live here. Kay enters the zone here for Lakeheap. Flip on net. Lynn will just hold that. But I think for a brief moment until Kay slid a little closer, there wasn't really anyone close enough for the whistle. So I guess kind of lucky for Lynn or the Ducks. First 15 seconds down from the second half. Gabby wins that back to Ellen. She'll bank around for Jackie. Getting some forecheck here from Plesha. Both good, solid physical players. Jackie won that out. Ellen hits Gabby, who was just wide open in the middle here. Goes to Ellie on the board, so he'll carry and try to flip into the zone, but Parisian blocks that attempt. Tries to hit Kay, but the pass was, just wide. I'm not doing a good job recording here. Ball slipped down to the L'Équipe zone. Parisian will get there first. Kay managed to bobble that past Elke, and then Jamie and Shelly had a little bump for the ball. Knocked out of the L'Équipe zone. Shelly will recover. Let Jen get on the ice, who I think is her aunt, if I'm remembering right. Back to Shelly. Hits Ellie. Got in the zone. Shelly manages to keep that in, but now it's out. Hits Elke. She got Rebel. She can hurry. Yeah, there we go. He gets it. Oops, sorry. Past Parisian and down to the L'Équipe zone. Smalls will get there first for L'Équipe. Bet's giving her the business here, but it manages to squeak past Elke and get on the stick of Capo, who goes back up for Smalls, but Shelly gets to the ball first. Little spin move there. Elke steps in to help. Will hit Rebels on the blue line. Beth going off for some fresh legs, so Rebels will hold on to the ball. Ellie now also getting off. She'll put the ball deep for Shelly. Fresh legs here for the Ducks. Tries to hit Elke, but the pass was just off. To Rebels, to Larson, to Shelly. Flip toward the middle. Tipped off by Smalls. And L'Équipe manages to bat it to the side, but Elke will keep that in for the Ducks. This is probably, I think, the most offensive time they've had the whole game. 12:46 left in the half. Capo boxes that up. Shelly just manages to keep it in the zone. Another personnel change here. Elke went for Gustafson. I'm assuming Shelly also would probably like to shift off. Yeah, so she'll give Gustafson the ball. And then she'll go for a switch here with, I believe, Lindsay is who she's been switching with. Danny tries to put it down into the slot for Aaron, but is picked off by Megan Geller. Hits Capo, hits Smalls. But Gustafson gets there and some nice ball settling there. Gustafson will hold on. Go back down low. I kind of think this L'Équipe forecheck wants you to play the ball behind the net and punish you for it. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So that quick move there, I think, really worked. Sue gets it past Cheney. She got Capo on her, though, who will outrun and manage to get the ball down into the corner here. Flip back up for Cheney. Gustafson pinching hard. Making Cheney pull back down low. Good little poke there. Sue now battling with Sarah on the boards. Sarah manages to come up. Hits April. And then Capo with a great pass over to Marie, but it doesn't quite work out. Lindsay will recover for the Ducks. She'll hit Gustafson. Lots of Ducks changing. Some L'Équipe folks changing here too. Darla settles that for Gabby, who tries to get it across the line, but Shelby Parisian says, no thank you, not today. Ellen will carry in, though. No sweat for her. She'll hit Marty down low or Conaway. I'll just say Gabby. Back to Ellen. Jackie calling for the ball in the slot, but I don't think Ellen really had a chance to get that through. There were so many L'Équipe bodies in the way. L'Équipe also, I think, really smartly getting on that post before the Ducks can. They like to do the play behind the net where they'll put two of their own people on the post. Ellen walks through. Oh my gosh, saved by Kim. After it bounced off, it looked like somebody's foot. Back in the corner here, Ellen recovers. Down low to Gabby. To Ellen. Oh, hits Gabby. Shot in. Goal Ducks from Joan Bennett. What a play. What a tip. What a settle. Beautiful play there. They definitely, I think, hotly keep a little flat-footed there. We have 1-0 Ducks versus L'Équipe. 10:26 left in the second half. Really solid offense. Like I said, I think that was like their longest offensive time in that zone, and they were so patient. It worked so well. I feel like that is kind of the Ducks' bread and butter a little bit. Just try to play the ball until someone makes a mistake, and then you just pounce. Not pouncing, not really duck-like. Swarm? Do ducks swarm? They're a prey animal. I don't. It's probably not a good metaphor there. Ellie puts that over the line, but Jamie is there. I don't know why I'm mixing them up. I think it's the braid. Carly flips that up over Jen Revels and puts it down low. Elke, battling with her, will bank upwards, so Carly has to do a little extra work. Jen picks off that pass across to Kay. Thought she was going to hand off to Ellie, but I guess she fooled us all. Hit Elke. Elke will go upwards, so Ellie caught up in the foot of the keep defender, but it gets in. Got Capo or Carly just hanging out over there. Nobody near her. But they keep unable to capitalize. Sue tries to pass that down low for Ellie, but it's batted out of the way by the keep defender. Jamie Plesha now running it up. Good step from Erin Bodner. Beautiful play. Shelly's got that. She'll bank it off board so she can change. We've got Parisian and Bodner in a foot race. Parisian manages to squeak that around to Jamie, who will flip up, batted out of the air by Sue Smith. Picked up by Carly, but Erin is just on a freaking heater. Just batting the ball away. Pressure there from Lindsay on the keep defender makes it really hard for her to get out of the zone and ultimately succeeds. But another keep player here, number 23, picks that up. She has Smalls with her with nobody on her. Someone with good hands, and yeah. Smalls definitely not someone you can leave unattended right in the slot like that. And they keep almost as soon as the Ducks had it, they lost it. But it's still anybody's game. 1-1 here, 8:47 left in the second half. If you haven't been watching much too, Kieran Poole play. If this game does end in a tie, they'll do 4-on-4, no goalies immediately. There will be no goalies in net for overtime. Here we go. Ducks win. That Jackie puts it upboards for Darla. Facing pressure from two late keepers. Some help there from Gabby, and she'll come away with the ball. Rasha with the ball. She'll cross the line here, so Ducks have zone. Gets the ball to Jackie, who's got a lot of room to work. She's got Darla on board. She'll hit her. Down low to Bennett. Back up to Darla on the boards. If you got that room, yeah, for sure, use it. To Stark. Good pass across there to Gabby. Low to Bennett. Back behind to Darla. To Rachel. She'll walk. Try to put on net, but it's blocked aside by Marie. Bonin. Ellen gets the ball back, though. Tries to hit Gabby in the slot. But a little too much pressure from Lake Keep. Got Stein and Stark in a foot race here. But Stark had a lot of room to work with, and she'll go back to Lynn, who will grab that, give it to Ellen. Easy pass up to the middle here for Beth Lipton. Taking a look, taking a peek. Oh, Jamie picks that off. Another person you don't want walking alone with the ball. Oh, good save by Elke! Great save by Melissa Elke to keep them in it, and Lynn is not getting up. Oh, no. You really don't want to see that. I played against Lynn this morning. I'll pan the camera away. I played against Lynn this morning and co-rec, and it was a pretty physical game in her team's zone. A lot of bodies bumping, and she kind of got pancaked at one point, and one of her own defenders also kind of took her out at one point. I'm sure she's just bumped and bruised, and I hope whatever it isn't too serious, but she's a tough cookie. You hate to see that. I hope she's okay. Not sure if she's going to be able to shake it off, but she is on her feet. I feel like she wants to tough it out. Lynn is so tough. I think she's going to try to play through it. Taking a moment to catch her breath here. Looks like play will continue and Lynn will stay in net. Got 7:12 left in the second half. Came up with that huge save, and Melissa too with that magnificent back check to keep it out too. Carly hits Jamie in the middle. Lynn grabs that. It's like it never happened. Lynn might be the toughest person in broomball. Face off here in the Ducks zone. Fresh D for Lake, keeping fresh everybody for the Duckies. 7:02 left in the second half. Also, I feel like I just said the time, but maybe I didn't. Carly hits 21. She'll leave it for Shelby, though, who has Carly pretty unattended on the boards here. Carly will walk. I think wanted that to go to Parisian on the boards, and it got partially picked off by Aaron, but panned out just fine. Good breakup again by Aaron to not let Carly have free. Picked off. Little bump. I think we're okay. Good walk there. Oh, beautiful forecheck there. That was well executed. But Jamie will get the ball for Lake Keep here. Cut across. She's got lots of open ice, facing a little pressure here from Gustafson. Jamie content to just dump and then get a fresh line out there. Capo and Bodner down low there, and Ellen just bats it off Capo's stick, even though she came up with the ball. Looking for options. Joan trying to cut middle, but Rochelle will ultimately go to Gustafson. It's coming upwards. Back to Rochelle. Tried to get picked off by Geller, but Ellen wasn't feeling that. Getting the business from Smalls here. She'll cut across in the middle. Oh my God, Joan almost had a second goal. Great save by Kim. Good offensive run there from the Ducks, really. Good generated turnover from Aaron down low. Give to Ellen. Ellen's like everywhere. Short of Ellen being in net, I think she just does pretty much everything on the ice. Fresh legs here for the Ducks. We got 5:45 left in the second half. Lake Keep versus Ducks, 1-1. Smalls ultimately picks that off to Meg Ogdahl. Puts that upboards, but nobody's quite home, so one of the Lake Keep forwards, number 23 here, will have to come back and pick it up for her. Tries to flip up and almost gets it to Geller, but Darla's there. Gabby with the ball, getting pressuring out from Geller. Back behind the net, I think wants to try to flip out. Tries to hit Jackie, but Megan bats that up, and I think it'll trickle out of the zone here. It does. Looking for some options. She's got some, not quite pressure, but good flip back in from Shelly. Down low, Megan Ogdahl will have to recover that. Getting pressure from Beth. Good block on the boards. Smalls bats off her stick, but Beth will recover. She's got Jackie up high, but I think wants to cut and try to pull behind the net. Meg tries to bat that upwards. Beth is there, though. She's got Darla back there. There we go. Darla walking. Has Shelly. Opts to go for Stark, who has Gabby. Yeah, Gabby's just hanging out. To Stark. Flip across to Beth. Good play. Beth with a drive. Goes off Meg's foot. Shelly with the drive. Goes into Meg Ogdahl again. Smalls with the ball down low behind the net. Good pressure there from Gabby. Generate that turnover. Some D changing for the Ducks, so they really need to hold on to the ball here. And they do. Meg hits Darla back behind. But Megan Geller says it's enough of that. She steps in. She grabs that. Manages to hold on still with pressure from a couple Ducks. Meg hits, or tries to hit, number 23 on the boards, but good defensive play there from Elke. Rebels will have the ball. They keep yelling that they're changing, but I think too late to do much about it. Ellie now driving toward the net, but she's alone. Maybe should have held on to that. They keep got Kay out there, so she's fresh. Carly banks the ball kind of off her hip, but it seems to work out okay. Kay taking a moment, goes for that back pass, but Lindsay is in the way and blocks it. Flip up to Revels. She's got room. Bank up boards for Sue. Beautiful play. And Sue has some room to move, but I think you should just kind of try to get the ball low. Parisian tries to pick it off. Sue manages to hold on. Flusher there. Banks it off to Cheney. Will go upboards. Hits K. Spin there for Carly, but Elke will get there first. Ball is out of the Lake Keep zone, though, so Ducks will have to find a way back in. Elke to Lindsay. Bank off boards. Erin Bodner racing here with Sarah Cheney. Bank upboards to K, but Danny's coming in hot to pinch. K flips up, hits Jamie. Sue's in a foot race with her. I think Jamie comes out there. We've got a 2-on-1 with Carly and Jamie. Dangerous duo. Sue back checking hard, though. She'll get there. Good kind of break apart there by Ellen with pressure to force the ball off. Sue to Parisian. Manages to dangle around Ellie. Two very physical players, but Ellen will pick off that pass to Gustafson. Back to Elke or to Rochelle. She's got Gabby up boards, but tries to flip past Jamie, a tough person to get the ball past. Gabby tries to recover, but Jamie just pokes it off. Joan flips that through. Gabby tries to settle, flip back up by the Lake Keep defender. Jamie puts it into the Ducks zone, but Ellen picks that up. She hits Gustafson here on the boards. She'll bank off for Gabby while the Ducks get some fresh legs out. Gabby manages to pull up with the ball. She's got Jamie up high and hits her. Shelly coming in here. I passed her. Seems like the obvious choice. For 5, tried to dangle, but poked just away by, I believe that's Capo. Shelly picks it up, goes back down to 5. Good step there from Geller, but 5 keeps the ball. Flip up. Goes into the Lake Keep defender's stomach. Very, very good positioning. I won't call it lucky. I think she was just happened to be in that right spot, but solid defensive play there, keeping Gabby from just whacking that thing right in. Danny forced to bank off boards here. Capo getting pressure here from 2 Ducks, though Smalls catches it, tries to kick it up. Beth fending off 2 Lake Keepers with some help here from number 5. Ball gets kicked up. Gustafson hits Shelly, but it goes a little wide. If I were Shelly, I'd just take it low. Picked off by 23. Shelly. Physical play there. She went down. I don't know that it was really anything nefarious. Just physical play. Stark hits Shelly. Capo, she's got K. Nobody's on K. Oh, never mind. Rebels is coming up. Yeah, she's got K. No, Jackie's coming back too. Capo with the ball down low. Walking up boards, content to take the space she is given. Shelly tries a little wraparound poke, doesn't quite work, but Beth also digging in now. They finally put a stop to the Capo train. It looks like hand pass. I was going to say, I don't think there was a penalty or anything. And since it was technically still in the Lake Keep zone, we'll have a face-off down here. We have 4 seconds left in the game. I maybe should have kept a little bit better attention to the time. There's so much happening. Pretty confident unless the Ducks somehow pull away with the play of their lives, which is always possible. Ducks are good at like a good buzzer beater winner. Pretty confident we'll go into OT though. And Jamie will hold that on the boards. And we will go to overtime here in this Ducks versus Lake Keep women's pool play game. 1-1 after regulation. The 4-on-4, no goalies. We'll set the clock for 15 minutes, and whatever happens, happens. I think the biggest thing for Ducks, you can't let like any of their top line have time with the ball. So like you can't errantly turn over to most of the Lake Keep top line. Like I mean any of them really. They'll just their hands they have silky mitts, good hands, good hard shots. Any of them can easily score from just over the red line. And I think too for Lake Keep, your main strategy's got to be keeping an eye on Gustafson and Rochelle because they just beautiful hands. If you get like Ellie and Beth out there, their chemistry's amazing. Ellie, really good physical player, hard person to beat off the ball. Jen and Gabby also really efficient players. Again, it's like just top line be top line. You just can't basically get anyone with free real estate over the line. Ducks only have 3 people on the ice. Not sure why. Ducks, you need a 4th player. You only got 3 out there. Ty's looking at his phone. They get Jackie out there. I think maybe Ty didn't know when he was setting lines for the weekend that it was 3 or 4 on 4 no goalies in pool play. This will be the Ducks' 2nd overtime in this tournament. Really need a win, I think, to even have an attempt. And K scores. That is the game. 21 seconds into overtime. L'Équipe scores currently then with points. It'll be AB and L'Équipe tied for first. And Ducks either in 2nd or 3rd, depending on how the Bees versus Parkway game went on the other rink. But they for sure have 2 points. Bees could either have 3 or 0. Parkway could also either have 3 or 0 or another 2-1 situation, depending on how it went over there. But yeah, thanks for watching.